All right, call the meeting at 5:30. Is there any public comment?
No, that's no public comment.
Thank you.
Motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second. In favor? Aye. Okay, hand it over to me.
Let's see. Right off the bat, the restrooms are open out the baits. We're still waiting on the water testing, people, the water fountains.
Okay.
We started putting banners and stuff up through town. We've been working on them.
Really nice.
In the Clinton Park, we've got the nets up. We've been doing some work down there. We got the volleyball things loaded till we did set. One net is set up for pickleball, one set up for tennis. So.
And you did get some stuff to put on. I mean, I walked around there a little bit.
Yes, we started putting it on. They started putting it on the week I was gone, but since I've been back, it's got to be 50 or above. And since I've been back, it has not been 50 or above. So
Right. Okay.
we are working on that, and then we'll get it power washed and cleaned up and everything. We've been switching over. We started working on getting the winter stuff put away. We got the leaf vac out. We'll be running that tomorrow. Of course, we've started mowing, unfortunately. We didn't want to, but we have. So the summer stuff's starting to kick up in this swing. We've done one discharge in one of the lagoons. I got a chemical coming so we can transfer over and do a second one before summer. So that's actually, the system seems to be working really good. So not that really it continues on. So
Because the water table is, what I'm hearing is higher than has been in a while.
yes, we were literally 3 weeks ago in what they call drought conditions. And as of the report I just got from the DNR, we're currently 5 inches above in general and an inch above where we was last year. So we've had plenty of rain.
Is that helpful lagoons or hurtful lagoons?
It helps them because it adds a little bit of water to it, but a big bunch, also adds to the depth of it. So
That's right.
and when you don't have any sunshine, it doesn't evaporate any of it else. But luckily we're waiting out discharge, so it's not too bad. We did open bids for our street project, but I think you guys went over there with council,
Oh, the roads.
the big money, yeah. And then I got an email from Maureen. We're supposed to be getting, I gotta get back with her. I went for a call with her on the crack ceiling. That came in at like 29,000, almost 30,000. So
And that's really C2.
yeah. So until I really talk to Maureen and figure out how we want to go forward with that, we're going to get this. And she's supposed to be getting with me and the guy from the burner sometime this week, at least that's what she told me to do.
So I don't know if you heard that the council did okay one of the city hall sign formats, and we sent it over to Edwards, and the guy that was over there is in Rome for 2 weeks. It really does our signs. So the other guy kind of talked to us, but he wanted to know if you could go out and look at the current sign and see if you think the integrity of the sign, that they might be able to use that.
Okay.
So if you had time this week,
Yeah.
and then the other guy's coming back next week, and then he's gonna touch base with us.
Oh, Doug, yeah, okay.
Because he said that for him to, first of all, he's swamped because he's gone, and then
Right.
for him
right.
to take over it, he didn't think it would be a good idea. So Doug's supposed to get back with us once he gets back.
Yeah,
to-
because he's looking up stuff for me for the welcome signs coming in.
Okay.
So
Okay,
I can check with him on that.
so I think we kind of made the decision that instead of doing landscaping, to try to stay with the sign the same size as it
Yeah.
is now. So if that sign is good, they'll just want us to pull it off there and take it to them. That's what it's something.
Okay. Like I said, of course, I was out for 2 weeks, so I really don't have a whole lot.
Okay,
She
no,
got stuff
that's
you
fine.
wanna.
So,
And like I said, we've been in the kid for putting winter stuff away and getting summer stuff out, so.
so I guess the next thing on here is this spark.
Yeah, I was just talking to Paul about that. That's getting ready to reopen and in here, I think it was the third page. Shows where our scoring, what the scoring was.
Mhm.
I don't know how you guys want to deal with that, as far as from the park. I don't know if you want to make changes.
So I kind of went down and looked at them and do they have more like description as to, so we got a 9 out of 19 under social considerations and financial. Yeah, I guess it would make sense for us to shoot for some of these ones that we scored low in and try to figure out how to bring it up. Is there any more like information on how they get that score besides just the words financial and social considerations? Do you know?
That I do not know.
Did-
Um,
I mean, after we got these things, did Paula or anybody else, I guess, see an area that we could improve?
I don't, Paula, are you out there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, they want to know, or is there any more of a breakdown in like this point system for the scoring of the categories? It gives more of a defined or where we can find that?
That's all we got is what we're looking at.
Okay,
So what do you think, why do you think we scored, I mean, like a 47% on that financial and social? Is there any way you think we could improve that, I guess?
Yeah, that section, I don't really think so, because that one is, something that I think the DNR scored based on like how much money our people make. It's like state statistic numbers.
Okay, okay.
I don't think we can change that one too much.
Do you see any of them that you feel like that we should work on and look at again, or?
I do, I think that we could score some more points, if we check how we were affected by COVID. And if we reach out and have some other organizations review our plan. For like accessibility, they want like a senior citizens group or disability group to review our park plans and give us feedback.
that's helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So. When is we have to resubmit by when?
It looks like from what we could tell, it opens May 1st and it's gonna close sometime around the end of June. Gives you about a month or a little over a month, so
So that gives us 2 city council meetings.
I believe it was the end of June, maybe in the first of June. We double check that.
Do we have a list of which ones they did fund? They awarded money to?
I do not have that list.
It's all available on the DNR's website.
There you
Okay.
go. She beat me to the question.
I was just curious. Like. The amount of money each one got, or if there was any trend.
Well, I think we should look into reaching out to some other organizations that look at that, maybe local glass or There's somebody that would have a point in that, but. I don't know what you guys want to do, but we've come this far with the Spark grant. I don't think we should change. My opinion is I don't think we should change a bunch of stuff. I think we should reapply for it the way we had it.
Yeah, I just didn't know if there was anything we'd add to it, knowing where we scored was all I was
Correct.
asking. Yeah,
But we can always look at adding to it, but I still
Right.
think we should proceed with it. And I
Yeah.
think we should proceed with what we was already applying for. So,
yeah, and we spent the money to get it.
correct.
So. I know they have a new board or whatever, I don't think last. Harrison's or whatever it is. So I guess we could reach out to them, but I don't know. I'm guessing Lori or Jody are the ones that have come in here before. I can do that. Okay.
I think we should make a motion to move forward with that.
Okay. Yeah, I would say. To send to the city council, they don't want to move forward. With the grant, the way it is. I'm fine with that, or.
Yeah.
You want to second that?
Oh, yeah, I'll second that.
But can I put the caveat, to look into areas of improvement? And I'm guessing, talking, if we can gain something on this, someone overseeing that, that'll give us a little bit more money.
Right.
So. All right. Survey,
Survey, this was the survey that came out of the planning commission.
so it had been emailed to us, so I kind of looked at it and stuff. So if we have any suggestions, you just email it to the city. Is that correct?
I
would like a couple of open-ended questions, I guess. It doesn't mean people maybe will write something in there, but. I mean, I kind of read it. I know this was taken from another city, kind of looking at other cities doing
correct.
surveys. So there were some of them that I wasn't quite sure if it applied to us. There was a lot of talk about farming.
Yes, farming.
And I felt like-
There's one that we was talking about up there, there's talking about windmills.
Yeah, and I don't feel like we
So-
have some of that stuff. So I feel like we need to go through at least clean that up, but, I wouldn't mind seeing like a question like, what people are interested in seeing in town, or some questions where we might just get a little bit of dialogue, I guess,
Correct.
as opposed to just yes or no, maybe. But when are we thinking of sending this survey out? Do you know?
I do not know. Paula, do we have a deadline on this survey?
Well, they wanted me to put it out on Survey Monkey last Monday, but I suggested maybe we should look at some of those questions.
Yeah, I think we should look at some of these questions. I felt like some of them don't apply to us.
You might want to talk to the mayor. He was involved.
Yeah. Why not?
I can see
I'm
where,
just saying that I
read it over and I thought,
if you look at the planning, if you watch the planning commission video, I was asked, what can we do to keep this moving forward? Like, they wanted me to put it in Survey Monkey, and
well, I do feel like
I
that,
completely agree that there is a lot of stuff in there that doesn't pertain to the city of Langsberg whatsoever.
Yeah.
But this is a copy of a survey that Randy Craig took from Vernon.
right. But I do think there's some questions on here that I kind of like, would be nice to know how people feel, like what they think their focus of where they think's important. I do like the idea of that, I guess. It's just that some of it seemed like it needs to be tweaked to be more what's happening here.
Oh, I
guess.
agree. There should be questions that were based more for Lanesburg. than-
Yeah.
Mhm.
So anyway, I'm assuming this is gonna be on the city council meeting agenda too, right?
Yeah,
So, I feel like. I guess I don't see a need to rush it I would say if we had a month to review it and then okay it and send it out, it seems like. A natural
I
progression,
think we're looking for feedback, so if you have questions that you'd like to add or change, then you need to mock it up and send it.
to you,
Yeah, that's fine.
okay,
okay.
okay. All right. Well, I guess my question is do we have any farmland around in the city? Cause I
There
kind of.
is, yeah, there is a little bit.
Is there,
It-
okay,
It's been kind of grandfathered in, mainly, be the Shooky Dick's farms out here.
Okay.
Them are in the city, but,
okay,
Well,
but
the
nobody else.
key is we don't allow farming in our
That's
zone.
what I thought.
right,
Cause we don't have,
So
can't have any,
I guess we need to determine is, if that is how we want to keep our city or we want to expand the
Right.
farmland. So.
I would think get rid of the farm language in this. I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know if anybody else is gonna,
well, I mean, when it comes from where this came from, Vernon, which is a township.
yes.
Right.
All right, so I think we need to mark up what we think and send it in and try to. Get some of it out and maybe. Take some things out, add maybe a few things. He's like, I don't even know what this means. Something, would you like the property maintenance code? Established for Lakesburg, so don't we have? Like, is that talking about what you would have in your yard and that kind of stuff? What is it talking about? I don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah,
I think these are questions for the planning commission, so if you like.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if there's a question about it, maybe you should just like,
I'll circle it and kind of.
yeah, and just make a comment, like, you don't really know what that means or whatever, because, I mean, I think that's. They're just trying to figure out what to ask people, but what. The reason we started this was that, they're supposed to review the master plan annually, and so they were started to review it, and then Randy drove through Vernon and. They had a sign in their town with a copy of this, if you put a QR code, you'd get this survey, so, we gotta determine why we're asking what we're asking, does that make sense?
Yeah, well, there's some things that I did actually.
But the intent is to review the master.
I liked that one. What's your biggest concern about? As we continue to grow over time, I liked that question
Right.
particularly. I mean, I don't know if I liked everyone because there's conservation farmland, which I don't think, there's some things on there that I didn't like, but I kind of like that idea. Okay, all right,
So, yeah, we can review that.
yeah, and then I think it should go back to the planning committee after it gets, and they can,
Mhm.
Yep.
anything else.
I do not. See any others?
I can't think of anything. I hope we don't get any more sun.
I was not happy to see the flakes this morning as we're taking a solder off. I should, we should be putting it on.
All right, so should we
bet.
call adjourn?
And then the last one's adjourned if RJ's ready for dinner.
Sure. I'll make a motion.
I'll second.